Okay, I think I understood something. And I might be a little bit slow with this. But I think I understand certain things now. So I decided to walk back to the house where we had all those batteries. And then I looked at these parts that we have. And I looked at these. They look the same, don't they? I mean, there is a distinct similarity as far as I'm concerned with these. So I think what we're doing is we're creating a battery. And that is to power the final thing. So what is inside this is nothing but pure white crystal. And that is what powers this thing. So now we have a motivation, at least. We don't have a solution, but we do have a motivation. I will keep looking. Okay, I've now crafted the liquefying solution. Now I just need to, I think, figure out where to use this. And also, I think the bucket might actually help us here. We may need to first gather the liquefied crystal into the bucket, because we haven't used the bucket yet. And I'm guessing that is that would be logical. I mean, a bucket to collect something that is liquefied. I think that makes sense. Doesn't seem like we can use this here though. And I don't think we can use this either. Wonder if I can use the solution. It doesn't seem like I can mess with this at all. So we may need to... there may be more to this than we are currently seeing. But at least I have the solution. Not to the puzzle, but I have the liquid. I crafted it. I had to redo the previous puzzle where I had to figure out how to make this stuff. Now, the only thing we're missing is white crystals. And this is where my problems... oh! This is where my problems begin. It seems that I missed a tiny bit of the system here. So what does this do then? Still don't really understand what the idea here is. We have two different parts. We have these buttons. We can only have one pressed at a time. And then we have this lever here that we can move between all of these places. And okay. And it seems that there are pipes going into this. One of these seems to be this thing right here. That seems to go into this system somehow. So we're like all of them, like every single one of them goes underground. I was indeed missing something. And this was actually something that was revealed to me, and I looked at it, but I didn't recognize it. This is, in fact, the liquefied form of the white crystals. And I should have realized this. I was like, oh, that's something. But I completely forgot about this. Okay, so now we have this. And I am guessing that we now know where we should place this. So let's put it in the forge. And let's see what comes out of this. Perhaps, like, my current idea is that the forge maybe de-liquefies it, turns it back into a solid. Okay, so now it has been in the forge. Let's see what happens if we now bring it back to the table. Maybe we'll get a solid white crystal out of this. Aha! And now this has been locked, so that is no longer necessary with any of the stuff that we've done. Does this go in here? No. But now we have a nice shape, and can we combine items? Or do we need a separate, like, a workplace or workbench to combine them? Surely this doesn't go in here, does it? No. So I have no idea what this is yet. Can I use this as is? Or maybe, actually, one thing that I noticed was there was some sort of a mechanism in here. This thing. So perhaps we need to construct it here? It would seem so. Okay, we've powered up that, so that means the door to the gear house is now open. That means probably both of the doors? Wasn't this the same one? This was, but there is no entrance through here. Okay, let's try the other door. We still have this. Don't know what this does. There is nothing here. Thinking like this connects to that, so maybe we can now operate the machinery up here. I don't know if we have any hints as to how we're going to operate this. Ah, but it is most definitely... Oh. Wait a second. I can see inside now. So I can rotate this. Oh, I think I understand. We need to get these to line up so that we can get an entrance. So what if I do that and then turn all of this way? Oh, I saw that there is this, which has not been adjusted, but that blocks it now. So is there something here that... Ah, okay. So this reacts to multiple things. I think the important part is getting that there. That is still right. That is incorrect. So do we have a thing that interacts with this? What does this do? Apparently nothing. Maybe we need to get this to line up first. This is a tough nut to crack because... Oh, but these two are synced up. Okay, I opened it up there, but now do I just circle everything one step? No, that's a little bit wrong there. But I think we're approaching a solution here. Oh, there we go, there we go. I think this is a solution. Okay, that lit up now. Okay, does that mean that we now have access? The lever didn't do anything. Damn it, we need to go through the ladder. Okay, now let's go to the other side, because this is blocked, I think. Yep, this is most definitely blocked. But the other side no longer should be if I figured that out. Yeah, now I can get in here. The mechanics. So I can apparently get in. Okay. So sounds, apparently. And then there's the other side as well to this. I wonder if I can get them both open. Probably not at the same time. No, I cannot seem to get in here. I think we may need to check the other side. But now that we have that figured out, it shouldn't be impossible to get to the other side as well. So let's see if we can get the other side open. Would be optimal if we could get both sides, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let's get the other side open, however. I want to see both sides at the very least. Okay. So I want this side now to up. Maybe let's start with another one. Okay. Okay, this is a little bit wrong here. Which one is the one that I can control individually? It's that one. So we need to get these other ones to line up. Okay, let's try to line them up here immediately. Oh, I'm actually surprised that I managed to pull that off. That wasn't too bad. Okay, now we should see the other side of that house. Ah, indeed. There's a lot of stuff here. Let's listen to the letter first.
You've managed to get into the mechanics. Clearly, you've completed all of my previous challenges. This could mean that you are a genius, fulfilling all of my expectations, and you are truly worthy of all the further knowledge I'm about to offer you. Or you could just as well be a fool, considering the fact that the power of Quern literally gives you infinite time to guess the solutions of all my puzzles. One way or the other, I'm sure your presence here is no mistake. Your participation in this matter is absolutely essential. If she were to appear to you, she would try to poison your mind with her misleading lies. You must ignore her, just as I once did.
Okay, that I think might be part of the puzzle on the other side. Grundescent octal bore or something like that. By hard work, all things increase and grow. Okay, this is obviously a hint to maybe the other side of the puzzle. And, in fact, it is the same thing as here. That's a little bit difficult to read. That's very difficult to read, in fact. Can I increase the texture quality? There we go. Now I can actually read this with the texture quality up. From number 5, number 3 is reachable with a knight's move. That sounds like chess. Some of the numbers in the third row is 7. Number 4 stands alone in the column on the far left. None of the rows can stand a number that's greater than the numbers in the row below it. If you add up all the numbers in the fourth column, the result is 3. Number 5 is the only one standing alone in both its row and column. This sounds almost like Sudoku. I'm going to take a sketch of that. Hopefully I managed to catch that in such a way that I can actually see it. Apparently not. Hopefully that's not part of a puzzle, because that sounds very mathematic and that might cause problems. Oh no. Oh no! I see the problem. I see the problem. I see the puzzle. Okay. And getting this right probably means pushing that here, and that turns the gears. Okay, so let's at least look at this and start figuring it out. I might actually stop soon enough, because I feel like I have gotten quite a bit of stuff done, but let's look at this. Oh! Aha. Okay. Apparently, yeah, I actually need to stop right here. So I'm going to leave it here for now, and I'm going to continue next time. I think we've gotten quite a bit of stuff done. So this is obviously the next puzzle we're going to look into. we have these numbers here, and we need to just get them sorted out according to these instructions. But one thing I would like to note that this was completely unreadable without the higher quality textures. The reason I have them turned down is because I simply turned down the graphics quite a bit to keep this game playing at a reasonable frame rate. But yeah, next time we're going to figure this one out. We have a decent enough hint here to get this sorted, and I think this might very well be the next step. And yeah, so that's it for me this time around. I'm going to save on top of the northern viewpoint. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you in future videos.